On a beautiful sunny day, the Strasburg Railroad hosted yet another charter on their railroad. The locomotive chosen to pull the train was no other than 475, a Norfolk and Western Class M Mastodon steam locomotive built in June of 1906 by Baldwin for use on the railroad. Today's run isn't just an ordinary charter. This run is dedicated to the original model of the locomotive on the Roblox game, RO-Scale Strasburg Railroad Unofficial, made originally by the late Train Dude 3985 because the locomotive will be receiving its third remake. In fact, number 475 has received not just one, but two remakes, and now there is a third remake coming in. Every passenger booked their tickets as fast as they could, and more passengers kept purchasing them until the railroad sold out of tickets. We start off with number 475 at the yard, getting ready for the day's run. The firemen and the engineers scooped up some coal and added it into the locomotive's tender. Then the crew made sure to test number 475 by doing a blowdown. The locomotive was checked and everything was great. Now, the locomotive heads down to the station to couple up to its coaches, with everyone who purchased tickets getting on board. And when the last few passengers boarded, the conductor checked the platform for anything in the train's way. Train number 7, the last run of the old 475 model limited, is now departing for Paradise on track number 9. Please stand back from the yellow line at all costs. Thank you for riding with us on the Strasburg Railroad, America's oldest railroad attraction. All aboard! Three blasts on the whistle and the train starts to move. The deboarded passengers wave goodbye to those on board and also to the old 475 model pulling it. .475 is seen crossing the yards crossing. As always, the railroad treats it like a crossing. Then the locomotive is on its way. Oh, look! Some of the crew members are getting next New York Central SW number 8618 out. I wonder why they're doing it and what they're going to do with it. I've been told that it's a surprise. .475 crosses the Red Caboose Motel, and every passenger on board the train waves hello to the folks at the Red Caboose. But what many Red Caboose go-tours didn't realize until they were told was that this would be .475's last run in its current look.
Ride that railroad, everybody's got the prize. Take the Strasburg, ride that railroad, it's the road to paradise. You've ridden the Central of Pennsylvania, the Reading is very nice. But have you heard of the Strasburg, that mighty fine railroad, the road to paradise?
Then, .475 crosses Esmond Shade Road, takes a turn, and heads down to the Cherry Crest Adventure Farm and Groffs. The passengers are enjoying the view. This would be the second generation .475's last time seeing all of this. Then the locomotive crosses two crossings, one near Cherry Crest and one at Cherry Crest. The locomotive stops near Carpenter's one last time for the railroad's signature ghost whistle. Let's hear as the locomotive pays a tribute to the long-gone Lancaster, Oxford, and Southern Railway, a narrow-gauge railroad that operated on the line. Trolley number 10 was labeled after the fallen flag railroad. The old 475 model crosses Carpenter's for the second to last time and then proceeds down the line to Paradise. .475 reaches Lehman Place Junction and stops near a switch that leads it to the route of the railroad's new yard. All of this is to go to the front of the train where the president's car is at. The old 475 passes by the excavator, in which it crashed into one sunny day in November of 2022. The locomotive then turns back around after the switch is set and the train backs into the cars and couples at the very back of the train. The locomotive gives out 2 last toots at Lehman Place, indicating that it will miss traveling to Lehman Place in this look. Every rail fan from outside the train rail fan as the locomotive departs Lehman Place one last time.
Ride the Strasburg, ride that railroad. Everybody's got the prize. Take the Strasburg, ride that railroad. It's the road to paradise.
The locomotive travels down the line yet again to Carpenter's, where it crosses for one final time. The locomotive passes Grops once again, with everyone waving. The old 475 model crosses Cherry Crest for one final time.
In classic transportation, a steam locomotive for the building of the sea. People recollected a bygone era when steam could not be beat.
After elevating the hill, the old 475 model crosses Esmond Shade Road for one final time, then crosses the Red Caboose Motel one final time.
Ride the Strasburg, ride that railroad. Everybody's got the prize. Take the Strasburg, ride that railroad. It's the road to paradise. You get aboard in Strasburg, that 9-mile railroad, clattering along the track. And before
Train number 7, the last run of the old 475 Model Limited, now arriving at East Strasburg on track number 1. Please stand back from the yellow line. Thank you for riding with us on the Strasburg Railroad, America's oldest railroad attraction.
take the Strasburg, ride that railroad. It's the road to paradise. It's the road.
As 475 crosses the crossing at the yard, it pulls into the station one final time. Each and every passenger on board cheers as one successful journey will never be forgotten about, especially with the old model going away.
Good, Christopher. Good show. Show, Christopher. Good show.
The passengers disembarked for the locomotive. After that, 475 would then fill up at the water tower and later would proceed in reverse to the sheds. Shops for an overhaul. Once 475 was coupled to 8618, the overhaul begins. Number 8618 even put itself inside the shops as well. Let's find out to see what happens to 8618 now that we all know why it was put in the shops as well. Comes out as a brand new remodel, with the original model being put on display outside the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. Oh, where's 475? There's 475, all brand new with way better sounds, more features, and even working valve gear. Not fully working though, but since I do have the script, I might one day make it happen, but 475 wears bigger valve gear, and the script I have only supports wall trims. I hope one day NW Space K can make a script that supports fully animated Baker valve gear. It would be really nice to see it. Overall, it's nice to see 475 once again, looking even newer than before. The cabin interior is a lot better than the old model, the front is highly detailed, there's also opening and closing doors, the bell is animated, and there's tons more made to the locomotive. Plus, 8618 has been remade to make it an SW8. The original model wasn't like what the new one is now. Note, not all of the 475 variants are released. Please give the developer some time in order for more variants to come in. Anyways, that's all for the last run of the old 475 model. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I put lots of effort into making this. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. If you're new and if you enjoyed this video, hi! Welcome to CBProductions. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more great content coming soon, and click on the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads or live streams. I'll see you on the next video or on the next live stream. Goodbye!